We hope to have perfect weather for the entire week of the SHO Houston Open, but as we know, Mother Nature doesn't always cooperate. In fact, Houston has had its tour event postponed by rain twice, both in 1966 and in 1991. But if it's not rain, it is wind. Remember last year, it was so windy here at Redstone and the green so slick that balls would be blown right off of the green. That suspended play for the day, which got us to thinking now, what do tour players do to kill the time when they're sent to the clubhouse, but they're not allowed to leave the course?
It's long. It's you got everyone stocked up in the locker room, and some guys are sleeping, and I don't know. You just catch up with the rest of the guys, and people bring decks of cards, and playing apps on your iPhones and little games on your whatever. Like I got Tetris on my BlackBerry, so. But just anything to pass the time.
But usually, grab a bite to eat, grab some rest, pick up a magazine or a book and get a little reading in. It's had some long days.
Of course, they say if you want rain, have a tour event, because you'll get it.
Well, let's hope the weather does cooperate. These officials have been working too hard to make this happen. Let's bring in Winston Dutchin from Local 2 Sports now. Winston, you look at a PGA Tour event, 4 rounds of watching the best in the world knock the golf ball around. But for the selected few, those lucky few amateurs, they get to take part in the Pro-Ams.
You and I have both been some of the lucky few, although maybe not for the spectators who've been out there. And the thing about the Pro-Am is that it raises tons of money for charity, and the amateurs pony up big money to be able to play in these things. And the players, well, they accept it as part of the gig.
All right.
The Pro-Am is pretty self-explanatory. Professionals playing a practice round with amateurs, or amateurs, as they like to pronounce it in golf. It's the day before the tournament, allowing the pros to get a good feel for the course, and the amateurs to hobnob with pros.
I enjoy playing with these 4 guys. They're fun, they're excited about playing today. It's a good practice round, but we have a good time, and I learn a lot about their business.
Ah, yes, it always boils down to business, doesn't it?
And you never know who you're going to meet. I mean, one day you could be playing with a guy that wants to put their name on your hat or your bag or shirt, so you never know. And you try to give those guys the best experience, because they pay some good hard money to come play out here on those Wednesdays and play around the golf with us. And you want to give them the best experience as possible.
Unfortunately, the pro can only do so much, and it's up to the amateurs to enhance their own experience. The best advice? Relax.
Whenever we play in the Pro-Am, the first thing that happens is most of our amateurs' grips get really, really tight because they're nervous, and that's what usually happens. So, I mean, I think that the best advice someone ever gave to an amateur playing with a pro is to really loosen your grip. And so if you can hold the club like you're holding a bird or a little kitten or something like that.
The only time you have a bad day in a Pro-Am is when the guys, he gets concerned about how he's playing. And he gets disappointed. Like they really want to go out and really play well, when really what they should focus on is going out and having a great day. I mean, you're playing a course prepared, how you've probably never seen it before, with grandstands and great atmosphere. You should just go out and have fun, sort of a once-off thing, and don't get too concerned about what you're shooting.
I mean, you get your few amateurs that are obviously not as good as some, and they want to just play every shot, and it's like by the 8th or 9th shot, you're like, okay, that's good, let's go. And that's where you bring your caddy into play. But
Can I get a picture? Sure.
No one plays in more Pro-Ams than rock legend Alice Cooper, a golf junkie and staple of every celebrity field. Best remembered for the classic anthem, School's Out, Cooper's philosophy on the golf course is school's in. He's not afraid to learn from a pro or ask for advice.
If they were in a recording studio asking me about recording or about rock and roll, I'd say, okay, give them the tips. So out here, they understand we're amateurs, But when you play a lot, they see something in your swing, they might come over and they say, hey, keep your elbow in a little bit here.
By and large, most amateurs show respect and reverence to the pro in the group, although there's always an exception.
Yeah, I had a guy at Colonial a couple years wanted to play me, so I told him that we were all on the same team, and if he wanted to try to break 100 playing real golf, then we could maybe make a wager. I'm not going to tell you what he shot or if I won or lost, but that happened.
You didn't happen to play with Lucas Glover in a Pro-Am, did you?
No, but if I get him this year, I'm going to try to stay away, be nice to him at least. Yeah.
I can't believe anyone would have the audacity to do that. As the commercial says, these guys are good.
They are very good, but they know how to kill time. I mean, that's their life out here. They got to deal with that kind of stuff.
That's right.
Winston, appreciate it. We'll check in with you a little bit later on.
You got it.
Now we introduce you to another HGA core charity that's going to benefit from this year's SHO Houston Open, Interfaith of the Woodlands.
Interfaith of the Woodlands is a nonprofit organization whose main mission is to build a more loving and caring community through service. It also provides assistance to families in crisis, and the HGA is a large reason that's possible.
Their support, financial support, has enabled us to make a difference and impact thousands of lives in our greater area of the Woodlands.
And with donations from the HGA, Interfaith also offers scholarships for children whose parents can't afford to pay for daycare, continuing its tradition of helping families in need.
Interfaith of the Woodlands is most blessed and fortunate. We have had a long-standing relationship with HGA.
The Interfaith School has close to 400 students, and they have been a core charity since 1975. All right, straight ahead, the best young players from around the country who may one day dominate the Shell Houston Open field. Plus, tips from the pros, hopefully to make your game better. And we'll take you inside a PGA Tour bag. That's coming up next.